There's a spin for Commandy.
They're still side by side.
Down into turn 9, Gunter leads, Freins in second, Gunter immediately covers the inside line, Freins to the outside, does he try and go all the way around the outside? He doesn't, he'll either just get fed into the wall, Lotterer tries to go around the outside of the DS to Cheetah, up to the final corner, Freins to the outside again, not going to be able to do it, he'll try and get the drive off the corner, and undercut Gunter on the way out, but I don't think he's going to be close enough, it might be the closest finish in Formula E history, across the line, the checker flag, Gunter wins.
Yes, guys! Oh! And now the pair of them run almost nose to tail up towards the pit path. Wipers still on, track conditions still a challenge. Out wide goes Muth, looking for the grip on the outside, he hooks the wheel onto the curb. Moller-Madsen switches sides, tries to get up alongside him. Has that done it for him? Has the Mercedes got better drive off the corner? The answer to part 2 of the question is yes. Through at Asclo. And now Moller-Madsen commits to the inside line at Blanchimont. Can he go through? They're both off the road. Back on, still ahead is Esteban Muth. And now Moller-Madsen goes for the inside line. There's just about a Cayman size gap. He's got through as he got the car slowed down. He runs wide. He's still on the inside line, but the switchback goes the way of Esteban Muth. He will be alongside as they come off the bus stop. He will be back ahead as they get to the timing line. It's part of the racetrack. There'll be a gravel track there next year, apparently at the top of Eau Rouge. Part of the development for the circuit. As up now to the braking zone. Moller-Madsen on the outside, brakes as late as he dares. The car slides under braking. Side by side into Lecombe. He's off the road, but he keeps his foot nailed to the boards and he's back on again. He takes the place and stays ahead. So through goes Nicolai Moller-Madsen. Whether you consider that to be abusing track limits to gain the place, discuss. But what has clearly happened is he's got the position finally, ran out of road. In fairness, Smith didn't give him any room because he was off the racetrack as well, look. And there, back through on the inside goes Esteban Muth. Now, was that Moller-Madsen giving the place back? He didn't seem to be the most committed of defence. Maybe the team saying, give it back just in case. So Moller-Madsen tries again, so sideways over that wet, slippy curve coming out of Pouhon. And he does dive up the inside again, but this time there's contact. 2 wheels on the curb, clatters up alongside Esteban Muth. Moller-Madsen is getting more and more desperate now because he's got half a lap to go and he's running out of options. There's damage as bits of Mercedes fly down towards Lecombe. They come for the last time, back onto the power. There is, for second place, going to be Bastien Boost. Now, what about third? Brake late, scrabble into the bus stop. Esteban Muth has done enough, I think, coming up towards the line. Nicolai Moller-Madsen threw everything at that, but it was not to be. Over the timing line, Muth takes third. Fourth is Moller-Madsen.
He loses again going through Abbey because he missed the apex by a country mile. James Dorlin is driving very defensively here to try and keep Zamparelli behind. Dino ambitiously there, goes to the outside. Dorlin saw it coming, carried a bit more speed into the corner, but he's wide now through Luffield. Zamparelli saw a gap on the inside, but that was almost certainly going to end in contact. James Dorlin realised that.
But down towards Stoke Corner they come. Now Zamparelli makes a move and he's going to go through. The gap was there for him. James Dorlin a bit late, thinks about closing it, but Dino Zamparelli is up alongside. But if Dorlin can stand his ground, he'll have the inside line for the first part of Vale. It'll be the outside for Club Corner. They are absolutely mirror to mirror. Down to the braking zone. Zamparelli tries the outside line and he has to give way. Run out of road, has to back out of it, and he's not near enough to then pounce once more.
And he did, and he kept Zamparelli behind, but for how much longer? Because Dino is back alongside again into Village. That's the outside line. He'll concentrate instead on working on a good exit, not even really from that corner, but from this corner, through the loop and out through Aintree, which is a flat-out left-hander, but only just really. As you said, it's a pretty deceptively tricky left-hander, that.
James is going to win the championship because he's ahead of Theo Edgerton. That is a given. The race win, though, is certainly up for grabs. Zamparelli, if he can go around the outside here, would have the inside for Luffield, but that doesn't work for him. James Dorlin still under pressure, hugs the inside line into Luffield. Now, Dino, get the inside line if you can. Nose to tail off Luffield, heading up towards the line, but James Dorlin covers it. He's going to come through to win the race, to win the championship. Checkered flag for James Dorlin to win for a 7th time this year in the Porsche Sprint Challenge GB, and he wins the championship as well.
unless something goes terribly badly wrong for Ryo Hirakawa. The keeper Tom's, Supra and Hirakawa are going to take this 2020 Super GT Championship over this final lap at Fuji Speedway. It's going to be triumph and heartbreak for somebody, but who's it going to be? Through the final sector, Ryo Hirakawa.
No, he's not close enough.
Ryo Hirakawa driving through now the final few corners of Fuji Speedway and rounding out the 2020 Super GT Championship with not only what looks like he's got enough fuel. He's got enough fuel on the line. Wow! Unbelievable! Oh my word, that is the championship. Naoki Yamamoto and Team Kunimitsu win the race and the 2020 Super GT Championship on the final corner after Ryo Hirakawa and the keeper Team Tom Supra runs out of fuel on the finish line.
Dearly hoping it doesn't get worse. Now, Laurent, massively on the defensive. What's his drive like out of the bus-stop chicane? Not quite as good as Will Stevens. Tristan Gomondy, though, won't be there. Or is he deliberately hanging back? He's going to go wide in full chevron formation then.
He's going to get a mega run, the third of these three cars out of La Source. It's 3 wide going down the hill. It's a touch again. And now, diving down, Gomondy for the moment is into third position, and he stays in third position. That was planned from the entry to La Source. He did the big wide swing and got on the throttle a tiny bit earlier. Now, this is the last lap, under 4 miles to go now. He's on the podium. Can he get second?
That's the thing. Do you go for second and risk everything?
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course you do. But yeah, that was a classic moment now. And here's the rain at Le Combe, so it's now reached the highest part of the circuit, as well as being down at Campers Corner 2. So they're hanging on here for dear life, as well as to try and battle overlap achieved by Tristan Gomondy. He doesn't want to make contact though with Thomas Laurent. Laurent's, for me, the slowest of these 3 cars, but it's a question of catching, and then back-to-back for the team. But remember, it was the 32 car that took victory last time out, as again the second place fight is now in the area of Spa-Francorchamps affected by rainfall. How are the grip levels? Thomas Laurent doesn't have great grip levels anyway. We've seen him sideways 3 or 4 times already, and there is a slower GT car up ahead.
It's one of the Ferraris.
With, might be the 51 actually, it's still Blanchimont and the chicane to go, and Thomas Laurent, Tristan Gomondy are going to get by, so that will not interrupt the flow into the bus-stop chicane. I think, and there's a spin for Gomondy.
Gomondy's lost it.
How on earth did that happen? Tyre, maybe. Got to be a tyre going down, because why on earth would he lose it? And yet, Stevens then gets the place back again. He was able to react and thankfully not run into the side of Tristan Gomondy, who completely lost it at Blanchimont. Second place goes to Thomas Laurent for Graf. Third position to Panis Racing.
Непосредственно, да, то есть как бы возможно волнение, но опять-таки его шанс, вот они борются между собой, они бок о бок, 2 Егора, Ганин, Фокин перед шпилькой, и он может попробовать пролезть, если сейчас они перетормозят, улетят за пределы трассы или просто откроют ему внутреннюю дорожку. Вот мы видим, что очень они здесь заезжают поздно, и их обоих выносит. Я думаю, что хотя бы одно место сейчас Джибраил может. И смотрите, как здесь здорово скользят. Ох-ох-ох! Вот это Егор Фокин! Посмотрите, он лезет внутрь. Выносит здесь. И был легкий контакт между ними. Выносит Ганин, они бок о бок. И, как мне кажется, что Фокин впереди. Лучший выход был из последнего поворота у Ганина, но этого недостаточно. Егор Фокин выиграет очередную гонку в этом сезоне, выгрызая буквально победу в последнем повороте.
Mais la course automobile, c'est ça aussi. C'est l'intérêt d'avoir ce gain tour par tour, de revenir à cette intensité de bagarre à distance. Alors qu'on va entrer dans le dernier tour. Est-ce qu'il y a encore un DRS potentiellement utilisable pour Nico Müller? Oui. Il défend bien évidemment René Rast. Blocage de roue. Ça bloque. Est-ce qu'il va mieux se rélancer, Nico Müller, face à René Rast? Oh, c'est serré. Serré. Entre Rast et Müller, ce sont vraiment les 2 hommes forts du championnat DTM. Encore une fois, l'an passé, ils se sont battus jusque dans les derniers instants de la saison. Avec le titre qui est revenu à René Rast, son deuxième.
Ils sont proches, hein. Ils sont très proches.
Très proches.
Il n'y a pas un dixième à l'arrivée. Si, il a le DRS.
S'il a le DRS, il faut surveiller. Il a le DRS.
Il n'y a pas un dixième à l'arrivée.
Oh, ça va se jouer à la photo finish, mais non, c'est l'avantage quand même à René Rast. Oh, ça va être juste. Oh, quel finish! Incroyable performance pour Nico Müller, quel retour, et c'est René Rast qui s'impose 89 millièmes de seconde.
Ce DRS au moment où il fallait pas.
Ce serait dommage évidemment pour lui une deuxième fois consécutive.
Il n'y a pas grand-chose.
Да, есть контратака опять по тому же сценарию. Чуть-чуть пробует Павла здесь налево. Павел закрывает внутреннюю дорожку. И вдоль питвола остается Иван. И пробует больше скорости пронести через прямую. Но вот здесь нет такого преимущества. Не удается ему, как мне кажется, здесь поравняться с Павлом. Хотя следующий поворот опять будет в пользу Ивана.
Ну вот как раз в этом повороте Иван выходит на первую позицию. Все-таки Павла Кузьминова оттесняет на второе место. Но Павел не сдается. Павел не сдается и вновь сейчас вернет себе лидерство, судя по всему, вот в этом внутреннем для себя повороте.
Чуть-чуть несет заднюю ось его автомобиля.
Нет, здесь пока не получается.
А вот здесь небольшая ошибка Ивана, и Павел идет внутрь. У него будет лучший выход, как я полагаю, и, возможно, на следующий прямой к Эскому нет. И посмотри, как там Ивлев просто на глазах вырастает в зеркалах заднего вида. 0,7 он отыграл за прошлый круг, то здесь, как мне кажется, будет еще больше отыграно. Он совсем близко, я думаю, что это секунды 2, а то и 1,5. Он уже в одном повороте с этими ребятами. Я представляю, как сейчас бьется его сердце. Он видит, как перед ним это сражение. Он понимает, что он может достать их. Впереди еще явно будет один круг.
И дикое количество попыток обгонов, наверное.
Я не знаю, сколько у нас было смен лидера, сколько было на отсечке, а просто физически, может быть, попробовать в слипстриме что-то сделать на прямой, если хорошо выйдет из штопора.
Так, что здесь? Заезд на питлейн, но они мимо, естественно, проносятся. И как здорово, прям на прямой, посмотри, обгоняет Иван Пугачев.
Больше скорости здесь было явно Ивана Пугачева, чем на предыдущем круге. Но Павел сохраняет и пробует, я думаю, сейчас немножечко провести своего соперника, что называется. Но нет, очень корректно, оставляет ему достаточно места здесь в повороте. Следующий
дальше?
поворот, второй, он опять правый у нас.
И опять Иван Пугачев выходит на...
Третье место, это хорошие очки. Все втроем здесь за пределами трассы используют всю ширину и даже больше. Посмотри, 3 машины в ряд. Практически. Кузьминов по внешнему радиусу проходит на торможении в этой сложной секции.
Иван Пугачев опять второй, но здесь по внешне попробует пройти.
Очень слишком много скорости, но неужели получится? Да, посмотри, больше скорости проносит через поворот, и Ивлев еще быстрее, он уже атакует Пугачева. Сейчас будет быстрый левый газпол из штопора, именно Пугачев. И, возможно, на отсечке он будет впереди, перед Павлом. Да, у него явно лучший выход, он вновь встает в слипстрим. Павел не знает, что ему делать, перекрывать или не прикрывать. Иван сидит в слипстриме до последнего. Посмотрим, кто же из них выиграет гонку. Павел Кузьмов, 34 тысячные секунды. И вот, посмотрите, финиш, как близко, собственно,
Off into the gravel, Christoph's going to go standard lap. Ekstrom goes Joker straight away, and I think it's Kevin Hansen that's gone with him. So it's Kristoffersen on the standard lap with Larson right behind. Ekstrom's Joker was absolutely fantastic as well. Kristoffersen now going to Joker. Here we go. Into the right-hander, he's on the limiter. Flicks the polo back the other way. Fastest lap of the day, Ekstrom. Oh my goodness me. 43.0 over the crest. Ekstrom's going to edge Kristoffersen. He has to slot in behind. Epic battle.
Come on, Matthias, that's exactly what we needed. Now you just got to keep it together for half a lap.
Come
Don't
on, Johan.
under that pressure.
Have a look back at him. Come on, Johan. Big push. This is a battle of the two of the greatest drivers in the history of this sport. Ekstrom has thrown down big time. Kristoffersen responded. Ekstrom came back at him again. Kristoffersen looking up the inside. He's all crossed up in the polo. Gonna try and straighten out, get to the line first. Ekstrom comes up the inside line. Matthias Ekstrom from Johan Kristoffersen by a 1/10 of a second at Hollius, with Kevin Hansen on the podium behind. This is an epic final.
Mattia Drudi, ma è molto vicino alla BMW. Adesso ci prova all'interno, cerca di starci Mattia Drudi, è appaiato già di fatto a metà del rettifilo, passa, ha alzato il piede Mattia Drudi che tenterà un'altra manovra di risposta, qui va all'esterno e poi cercherà di andare all'interno, qui ancora all'esterno, grandissima manovra di Mattia Drudi, un applauso a Mattia, bravo anche Alexander Sims che non ha voluto rischiare niente nella macchina, devono rallentare, no scusa, le bucine, alle biondette che sono velocissime e qui c'è una situazione particolarmente difficile, vorrebbe approfittarne Alexander Sims perché alle bucine si trova la Cayman di Piccioli che però si è fatto lo svantaggio e ci riprova, ma adesso sarà costretto ad andare all'esterno e tentare la stessa manovra che Mattia ha fatto in precedenza, gli ha tirato la staccata Mattia, adesso sono appaiati, ma a meno trazione, meno accelerazione, la BMW è...
Ora probabilmente, eccoci, quella è una situazione come quella di prima, quindi arriverà sicuramente con una parte della macchina.
E se ci provasse, no, tentava secondo me di andare all'interno, adesso va all'esterno, alla San Donato, madonna che motorone, ed è ripassato.
Ora lo porta fuori. E ora lo porta fuori.
È difficile, infatti Mattia l'ha capito, però adesso tenta di andare all'interno, grande, e allarga la traiettoria e vediamo cosa succede alla lungo poggio secco, bravissimo. Comunque vada, Mattia Drudi, grandissimo, capiamo che pesci pigliare, ci riprova all'esterno perché comunque Mattia tiene la traiettoria interna. Leggero disturbo da parte di Mattia nei confronti di Alexander Sims, che potrebbe riprovarci all'esterno, ma non ha la trazione, non ha l'accelerazione necessaria alla sua BMW per cercare di sopravanzare l'Audi, però ci ha provato. Potrebbe essere nei prossimi giri, quando manca 1 minuto e 10 alla conclusione. Attenzione alla San Lorenzo, che però Alexander Sims che si avvicina per riprovarci. Secondo me Alexander Sims ha capito che deve provarci prima del traguardo, cioè arrivare già davanti all'Audi prima della salita, e infatti eccolo qui, l'ha capito però anche Mattia Drudi, che ha cambiato all'improvviso traiettoria e taglia il traguardo. Al comando Mattia Drudi, autore di uno stint.
Big chance for a boil over here. You got Courtney, who's ailing at the moment, in 3rd spot, the last position on the podium. And then Rick Kelly in behind him with Scott McLaughlin tucked in the disturbed air. Very difficult to do. They both use everything in terms of track space exit because they know it's the run to the flag. They can't be penalised. Kelly covers him. Scotty tries to get down the inside. Mostert's going to get into the putty. He's got to run down the inside. He will force the issue, McLaughlin. And they make contact down the left-hander. Kelly runs out of road. And McLaughlin prevails. Now he's on to potentially grab Courtney, but they are all grip limited. Meet time 4. And how about this battle? Mostert attacking Kelly in the final 2 corners. Percat gets the win, and it's still on. McLaughlin. It's on. McLaughlin might get this. He might get on the podium. It's been a champion's drive, and Scott McLaughlin does it. He gets to position number 3. What a fantastic performance.
What a great finish to that race.
For Team Lazarus, their first podium and their first win, and it's come off the back of a lot of drama, but this is the battle for 2nd place now. Charlie Eastwood in the toe of Nick Moss. It's going to come down to the final corner. This is the battle for 2nd place. Nick Moss leading it. Charlie Eastwood looks to the outside. He's not going to go try around the outside, is he? Yes, he is. Charlie Eastwood all the way around the outside of Parabolica. He's going to give it a go. They're going to be side by side out of the final corner. It's a drag race to the line. Who's going to make it there first? Is it going to be Moss? Is it going to be Eastwood? It's Moss. Oh, they're tied on the 13 thousandths of a second between Moss and Eastwood.
Да, но Алексей Савин хотя бы минимальное, да, количество позиций потерял. Всего 2 фактически. Ударов сейчас попробует его пройти. Но нет, все нормально. Савин закрывается. Последний круг гонки начинается. Плотников атакует Ефима. Борьба будет очень напряженной. И как бы не было атаки, здесь идет внутрь Петр. Но нет, не получается. И неоптимальная траектория. Вновь вот этот поворот предпоследний будет в пользу пилота Битюнин. Ой-ой-ой, Дударев поддевает здесь Бориса. В него приезжает здесь Филипп Тупоносов. Объезжает он Дударева. Какая борьба. Невероятно. Дударев потерял здесь на этом несколько мест. Там Новиков подъезжает. Плотников в аэродинамической тени здесь за машиной Ефима. Ефим на внутреннем радиусе. Плотников уходит наружу. Ну что, Ефим или Петр? Будет уходить внутрь. Петр. Будет очень плотно. Будет очень плотно. Невероятно. Кто же выиграет эту гонку? Кто? Петр или Ефим? В чемпионате, что нафиг не набрал очков, плохо для Ахмад Рекса. Вот мы видим, здесь внутрь уходит Петр. Ефим, надо было Ефиму расширять траекторию. Хуже здесь у него был выход, видимо, как они были. Но там, мне кажется, раньше была осечка, вот оранжевая. parts of the circuit where he is strong, is closer than he's been all race long, side by side, less than half a lap to go. Giles Dawson, yesterday's winner, pulls to the outside this time of Tom Golding. They're almost dead level. Golding will try to command the apex into the left-hander, and Dawson goes right around the outside. Fantastic move for Giles Dawson. He's got the lead away, but now Tom Golding, into his favourite overtaking place from yesterday's race, the Melbourne hairpin, might be able to get up alongside again. He goes to the outside line, sells the dummy, goes to the inside, late on the brakes. It's an action replay of yesterday's race. Will they make contact like they did yesterday? Oh, so close to rubbing panels, side by side out of the Melbourne hairpin. The next corner, the last corner, is a left-hander, and there is traffic in front. That's Jacqueline Wayman recovering from her multiple spins, and it's not going to work for Golding. They go either side of her. Golding right round the outside. Watch for the exit speed. It will be a drag race to the start-finish line. Dawson runs out wide, side by side, banging wing mirrors. I think Giles Dawson will hang on. I've no idea who just won that race. 46 one-thousandths of a second is all that separates them. This is the exit of the last corner. Golding with the wide line in. Now they make a little bit of contact there, and it almost looked to me as if Golding was going to pip him until they did that. Now, I'm not suggesting Giles Dawson did that intentionally.
Reading next third position. Razgatlioglu under pressure. Oh my goodness!